Hi dear students, welcome to the English session. In today's session, let me take up a poetry If I Was a Tree from Reflections, the English reader of first PUC. The poem If I Was a Tree is written by Mudnakud Chinnaswamy. He is a noted Indian writer, speaker, poet, supporting the voice of Dalits and unprivileged communities. He uses language of poetry to satirize the attitude of the upper caste people towards the low caste. His writings advocates for eradicating social evils, caste system, untouchability, and fundamentalism. His works have been translated into many Indian languages and he has been conferred with the Karnataka Sahitya Academy Award. The poem If I Was a Tree mainly deals with the two important concepts, they are defilement and purification. The poet Mudnakud Chinnaswamy he vehemently condemned the ill practices done by the upper class people on the lower class people. They always discriminate, ill treat, and insult the lower class people. This act vehemently condemned by Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy, and he wants to liberalize the society and he wants to eradicate the such oppressed practices from our society. After learning the poem, one should know by becoming the objects of the nature, there is no discrimination, there is no such distinction. We come to know after the end of the poem. This poem, If I Was a Tree, mainly brings out the concept of defilement and purification. We have been hearing in our history that in olden days people were too orthodox and our society was based on the varna system. There were based on the profession, there were different classes were existed. Those were brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra. According to their birth profession, that segregation or classification was done. The people who are in upper class, they ill-treated, humiliated, even kept away those lower class people in the name of their caste, creed, religion. But the poet Mudnakud Chinnaswamy, he has no pleasure and he has no good opinion on that, and he suffered a lot by being a untouchable. He wants to overcome from this untouchability problem, so he wants to become a tree. After becoming a tree is used for different purposes. So it is touched by holy people, it is being touched by many rich people also. So finally he thought to become a tree. By becoming a tree, he would enjoy the real mirth in the nature. So he wants to get rid of from the untouchability and he wants to become a tree. Let us learn more in the poem what all the benefits poet enjoys after becoming a tree. I will explain this poem line by line. As poet Mudnakud Chinnaswamy, he wants to criticize the attitude of the people in the name of the religion and in the name of the caste system. See, the poem begins with the line, If I was a tree, the bird wouldn't ask me before it built the nest what caste I am. When sunlight embraced me, my shadow wouldn't feel defiled. The poet Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy, he wishes to become a tree because if he becomes tree, the bird would not ask his caste before they build their nests on the tree. So we can see in our nature that all nature made creatures they often come and they enjoy the mirth of the nature by playing, by singing, and by rearing their young ones. Similarly, if I was a tree, the bird would not ask me before it built its nest. See, the poet Chinnaswamy is highlighting the conditions in the human world where caste dominated in all walks of life. where lower class people are ill-treated, humiliated, even segregated in the society. They were kept away in our society, even they were unprivileged, and they were not obtaining any facilities in our society. So poet, he suffered a lot being untouchable. He wants to overcome from this untouchability, so he wishes to be a tree. If he become a tree, if he wishes to become, why he wants to become a tree? Because if he become a tree, or every often bird would come and build their nest on the branch of the tree. But before they building the nest, they would not ask the caste of the tree. For natural object, there is no such discrimination. This discrimination and the distinction is done by man only. Man makes such differences, and he ill treat the people because of their caste, community, and religion. So poet Mudnakud Chinnaswamy, he wants to become a tree, because if he becomes a tree, a bird would not ask his caste before they build their nest on it. That shows that there is no such difference, partiality, and distinction for nature. These distinction, difference, and discrimination is done by man only. If I was a tree, the bird would not ask me before it build its nest what caste I am. Bird, it will not ask the tree's caste or religion. That just need support and place to build their nest. If he remain as a untouchable one, every often people would come and ask his caste or creed or category, so that the person, I mean untouchable one, he often undergoes sufferings by insulting or ill-treating and partial way. So if he becomes a tree, there is no such restriction. So poet, he has given here the birds example, so that the reader of this poem, they can understand it very easily why he wants to become a tree. Because bird will not ask any question about the caste, religion, and creed of the trees. It just need a strong built tree to, yes, build its nest. Next, let us move. When sunlight embraced me, my shadows wouldn't feel defiled. Yes, morning there is a sunrise and evening sunset. That is a natural process. Nobody can stop it. See, dear student, when sunlight or sun rays falls or throws light on the tree, it would not be field defiled. So for the natural object like sun or moon or the river, there is no such difference or distinction. It treats each and everyone in the nature as equally and their own member. It treats sun rays, treats all humans as human being. Rather, it would not feel any partiality. It treat in an impartial way. See, when sunlight embraces it, when sunlight falls on the tree, that shadow which is given by the tree would not feel defilement. Did you understand? When sunlight falls, or when sun throws its light on the tree, that light gives shadow, or the shadow which is formed under the tree, it would not be defiled. Anybody can, irrespective of upper class or lower class people, they can sit under the tree and they can enjoy their time, or they can enjoy the shadow of the tree. So by becoming the tree, no one would ask the caste of the tree, and they can enjoy their time. They can get relaxation under the tree by enjoying the shadow even in the sunny day. But if that same untouchable remained as untouchable one, yes, nobody would, I mean upper caste people, they never come to beside of him, and they never take shelter in its home also. They seldom they visit his house, or they never take or taste food in his home also. So the poet Chinnaswamy, he wants to become a tree so that he would not feel such insult or humiliation from the man, because each and everyone treat the tree impartially. If he remains as a man, yes, everyone would question his caste and religion. So the poet wants to overcome from this untouchability, humiliation, partiality. So he thought of to become a tree so that he would enjoy all the luxurious and bounties which is given by the nature. So when sunlight embraced falls on the tree, that sunlight wouldn't feel defiled. It never makes such a difference or distinction. It is a natural process. It falls on each and everyone without any hesitation or without any distinction. And do you think when tsunami or flood comes, does it only takes away or ruins only the lower caste people? No, it comes to our society and it ruins without considering the caste, religion or income. It comes and destroy each and everyone which comes in the path. It never makes any difference when it goes to take away. So I hope you have understood the example which is used by the poet. I mean natural object such as sunlight and tree and bird. So dear student, bird, sunlight, trees, they are the natural object. We can say they are the life forcing object. Without those things, we can't survive in the nature. In order to exist, the human being, those sunlight, even the trees, their part and role is very important. So without them we can't live. They are the natural object. Even in the nature there is no such caste system exist. It is the man who made all these differences, and he ill-treats other human being in the name of the caste, religion and creed. And the poet further says that my friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves would be so sweet. If a poet or untouchable becomes a tree, every now and then he enjoy the cool breeze and the leaves would be sweet. Yes, cool breeze which touches the trees, branch and leaves, and it would enjoy such a jocund and sweet company. By becoming a tree, he would enjoy the sweet friendship of the cool breeze. But if he remains as but the untouchable, if a poet who remained as untouchable one, he would undergo sufferings every now and then. Yes, people they ask his caste and creed and religion every now and then. Because of this outcast or untouchability or lower caste, he won't enjoy his life. If he becomes a tree, he would enjoy the sweet company of the cool breeze and sunlight without taking or without considering his caste. It directly falls on the tree, and it gives such a cool shadow that can be used each and every creatures of the nature. So that a poet by becoming the tree, he can be used for many purposes. But if he remained as a untouchable one, he would be kept away from the society by so-called upper caste people. So my friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves will be so sweet. When the cool breeze blows here and there, yes, even the leaves, they enjoy the sweet company of that cool breeze. So he is blessed to become a tree. Further, raindrops would not turn back, taking me for a dog eater. When I branch out further from my roots, Mother Earth wouldn't flee shouting for a bath. Next, in the second stanza, poet uses the natural object that is rain. See, raindrops falls on the tree without any discrimination or without any distinction. It falls naturally whenever it rains. And poet says that raindrops would not turn back taking me for a dog eater. The phrase dog eater refers here untouchable. See, raindrops fall in all regions. It may not think as a human being like a difference like upper caste or lower caste. Rain doesn't pour its drop only for the upper caste people. It comes naturally and it rains on all the human being impartially. So here it says that raindrops would not go back. Raindrops would not turn back by considering that particular tree is untouchable one. Did you understand? Raindrop will not go back by considering me as an untouchable one. It rains me continuously without considering my caste. That means if he remain as untouchable one, people often consider him as a lower caste, outcast, and they can humiliate him. But becoming a tree, natural object, I mean nature that does not ill-treat his name or his religion, taking me for a dog eater. When I branch out further from my roots, Mother Earth would not flee shouting for a bath. See, if any lower caste touches the upper caste people would go for bath by crying defilement. If anybody touches the upper caste would take bath to wash off the defilement. They think if they touch the lower caste people, they would get defilement. Such defilement would be washed away by taking the bath. That mentality was there in the upper caste people. Here also, poet says that when a tree spreads its branch and its roots beyond or in deeper of the earth would not feel defilement and earth would not cry for taking bath. It would not shout for bath, whereas man shouted for bath. If anybody touch the upper caste people would go for bath to purify them. Here, when the tree, I mean, when untouchable become a tree, that tree, it spreads its roots in deep of the earth would not feel defilement and earth would not cry for bath. Whereas upper caste people, they cried for bath in order to purify the defilement which is given by these lower caste people. Next, we'll move on to the third stanza. The sacred cow would scrap her body on my back, scratching whenever it itched, and the 300,000 gods sheltering inside her would touch me. And our society, it often ill-treat or discriminate the lower caste people with the names. And these upper caste people, even though they are rich with money or financially they are sound and they have all the wealth, but they can't touch the God. Do you know? By having all the luxurious things, wealth, family, money power, muscle power, everything, they can't get the touching of or they can't caress the God. But here, poet says that, Chinnaswamy says that by becoming a tree, he would he would touch the God. How? Yes, cow is said to be abode of 300,000 god. Yes, in our tradition, cow is respected, worshipped, even considered as sacred. We worship cow as God because cow is said to be the abode of 300,000 gods. You know, the cow, whenever it get itch, yes, it would come near to the tree to scrap and it can satisfy its itching problem. See, the poet says that the sacred cow would scrap her body on my bark. Whenever cow feel itching, it would come near to the tree and scrap its body on the bark of the tree so that 300,000 gods sheltering inside the body of the cow would touch the tree so that the tree is satisfied and the tree is blessed. Now, did you understand the concept why the poet want to become a tree? If he becomes a tree, cow would come and scratch its body on the bark of the tree so that 300,000 gods sheltered in the cow's body would touch the tree so that he is blessed with the 300,000 gods presence. The sacred cow would drag her body on my bark. Bark means outer feel of the tree, scratching wherever it itched. Wherever its body part get itching, it scratch just to satisfy its itching so that tree would touch the presence of 300,000 gods. So he himself consoling that by becoming a tree, I would touch 300,000 God. If I remain as a untouchable or lower caste, I would not touch. Even he says that if I become a upper caste, I can't touch the God also. By becoming the tree or by becoming the natural object such as sun, moon, bird or a tree, yes, impartially we can touch the God's presence, he says. Let us move to the last stanza. Who knows? At the end, hacked into pieces of dry wood, burning in the holy fire, I might be made pure, or becoming the beer for a sinless body, he be born on the shoulders of four good men. See, in the poem, If I Was a Tree, the poet vehemently criticized the attitude of the upper caste towards the lower caste. Upper caste people are, yes, badly ill-treated the lower caste people. Even lower caste people are ill-treated, humiliated, segregated, and they were kept away in our society without providing any social benefits. I mean, all the benefits of things or the benefits has been taken by upper caste people, lower people always insulted and humiliated. Finally, the poet consoles himself by providing the example that who knows at the end hacked into pieces of dry wood. Yes, a particular tree, yes, it is strong, well built. Later on, if it is old and it may die one day. See, after death of the tree, after the tree is old or after the death of the tree, that tree is hacked, cut into pieces, and it can be used for a variety purpose. See, timber or dry wood is used for homas or offerings the god or holy fire. So, when an untouchable become a tree, that tree can be used as pieces for homas or holy fire. By becoming the pieces of the wood for Homa or holy fire, yes, he would become pure by himself. Poet himself feels happy that by becoming the wood of Homa or holy fire, he would purify himself. If he remains as human being, he would not get such a chance to purify his body. If he becomes a dry wood, that wood can be used for a holy fire, homas, by chanting by brahmanas or a priest. Burning in the holy fire. While burning in the holy fire, his body is being burnt in the holy fire, and he would feel pure. Whatever society called him as impure or lower caste or outcast, that can be purified by becoming the dry wood. I might be made pure by burning in the holy homa or fire, or becoming the beer for a sinless body. See, if a dry wood cut into small piece, that can be used for a holy fire, homas, yajnas or yagas. The long piece of the wood can be used as a beer. Beer means a frame or a stand made to used for a dead body to carry. Okay, yes, beer means a framework is used to carry the dead body to graveyard. Yes, or becoming the beer for a sinless body. If any priest died, or if any rich person died, or if any upper person died, okay, his dead body must be carried by long pieces of wood. So the same tree piece can be used as a bear for a sinless body. He born on the shoulders of four good men. Okay, so that same long piece of the dry wood can be used, or pieces of the tree can be used to carry the dead body to the graveyard. See, dear student, by becoming the tree, yes, that tree can give shelter to the bird, and sunlight would not feel defilement when it embrace on it, and it would enjoy the cool breeze and sweet company of the cool breeze, and raindrops would not turn back by considering that he is lower caste fellow. And also whenever cow it feels itching, it would come near to the tree to overcome the itching problem, so that he would get the blessings of 300,000 gods which is sheltered in the body of the cow. And also if he become a tree that dry at the when it is old and dead, that tree parts, branch or small pieces could be used for homas or holy fire. And also it is used for cremating the upper caste people or the lower caste people. And also the long pieces can be used for carrying the dead body to the graveyard. So these are the benefit he can enjoy by becoming the tree. If he retain as untouchable or lower caste, he is often what segregated, humiliated, and discriminated by the upper caste people. So he wanted to overcome, he wanted to get rid of this ill practices, like in the name of lower caste or upper class. He wanted to purify the society. So he wrote this poem, If I Was a Tree. So our society is based on the caste system, where no one enjoys it. Okay, so dear student, in nature there is no such caste system exist. It is the man who made such difference and distinction, and he enjoys his benefits. Where lower caste people, they discriminated, and they are ill treated by the upper caste people. They did not enjoy any facility in the society. This is about the poem If I Was a Tree. Thank you, dear student.